Maybe it'll work. Yeah? Okay. There we go. I've had a lot of help trying to get this to work. Finally got it work. Okay. Got it working. So, today I'm going to be solving a Rubik's Cube timer. I actually need to change this so I can see that. Alright. So, I got 4x4 here. I'm going to be solving it. Also, after I solve it, I'll teach you guys how to do it. So, I'm going to see how fast I can solve this. So, we're going to go ahead, and it's already kind of shuffled. I'm going to keep shuffling it. So, when I do explain how to solve it, it's going to be, there's a couple new things that you'll need to know, which is going to be down with a little d is going to be just the inside. It's just going to be the inside. And same with anything else. That's how I read it. Everybody reads it different. There's a bunch of different ways to read it. And then you've got your right little r, left little r, and you're going to use it like, basically, right is going to go that way. So right, and then right inverse. So little r right is going to be that. Little r in right inverse is going to be that. So, and then there's a couple new algorithms that you're going to have to learn to be able to solve this. And so we're going to go ahead and start on this. So let me go ahead and switch over here. I've got 15 seconds to look, so I'm going to check it out. This is always the fun part, so alright. There it is. So I always start with red. It's so easy just to start with the red color, because then you can do blue on the other side, so I'm going to actually have to do that. And then you're going to have to start setting up the rest, because I do with red on top, white on right, or with red on top, blue in front, right, white is always right. So okay, green's going up. Okay, blue and orange, blue and orange. And I'm probably overlooking that. I always end up doing that a lot, so there it is. So there's an easy way to keep all those together, so I'll show y'all in a second after I get this done. Green and red, there's my other green and red. So with the 4x4 it's kind of harder, so red and white. Frick, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna have to and it catches a lot on this cube. I don't know what cube version this is. This is actually my cousin's, but it does like to catch quite a bit, so actually I need to move that down, move that up. Okay, red and blue. Okay, red and blue. Yellow, green. Okay, actually that was easier than I thought. That one's set in already by itself. So now I gotta find orange. Oh, frick. Or just mess up and... yeah, I messed it up completely. Okay. Gonna have to fix this. This is always the fun part. Right, front, up, right, front. There we go. This is always the part that I enjoy the most, trying to mess up more. So that's my problem. Right front up, right front down. It just doesn't want to work for me, so there's that. Okay, now I've got that in. Alright, blue and orange, green and orange. God dang it, it's getting stuck. That's not fun. Alright, I got 328. That's gonna be really fun. And with this one, you'll be solving it just like a regular 3x3. It'll be pretty simple, so you just gotta know a 3x3 to be able to solve it, and so it'll work. I'm actually using my layer by layer method, which if you don't use the layer by layer method, it's gonna be pretty difficult for you. Maybe you might know it, and that'll make it easier. So okay, blue is right there. Right from right back, right back. Oh, got it in 4 minutes and 33 seconds. That's always fun. My best time is actually 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Got that last night. I was half asleep. So, alright. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to solve it. So, if you don't know a 3x3, it's going to be a little bit harder because you're going to need to learn more algorithms. So, we're going to go ahead and close that down. Alright. So, what you're going to want to do is shuffle it up if you do have one. If you're just trying to see and maybe learn these beforehand, like I'm going to be working on a 5x5 without really working on a 5x5 because I want to be able to solve it when I get one, because I'm going to be trying to get one pretty shortly. It's going to be hell though. Alright, so with this, we're just going to keep it shuffled there. So like I said, I always start from white. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. So you always want to get your first 4 white centers in. And that's the easiest part. You just kind of have to rotate the top or whatever, get these in where they need to go. And with this one, I've got 3 here. Sorry, my camera. But you got these 2 and that one. So what we're going to do is find out where this one is on our bottom. So this one's going to be on our bottom. And we want it to line up with 2 of them on one side. So I can turn this single one down, and it'll catch that, and then turn it to where it's lined up with the other whites, and I can match them. And that's going to be what you're going to do with the whole red, blue, all of that. So actually, I've got my reds basically set up already. Oh, well, I just messed it up, but it's okay. So, and when you do that, it'll keep your white intact. I just did red here. So, and next I'm going to be starting on blue on this side. So I've already got 1 blue here. So I'm going to just have to, I want to break apart my white to catch this blue and throw it back up here with this blue. Now, they don't have to line up on the first one. You'll just kind of need to line them up again. So it's just going to take a consistency of turning it, catching, turn it back. And it'll keep everything else intact. So I'm going to need to turn that one up. And now I've got blue, I've got red, and I've got white. And the way I look at this is blue in the front, red on the top, white is always right. Pretty simple, easy way to remember how this goes, because then you just have to know like orange comes after blue, you don't want it next to red because then your cube. With this one, it's harder because if you accidentally put red and orange next to each other, you're gonna have to restart that whole, or like it won't be hard to reset it, but you'll have a lot of problems. So see, because I just put green right here, I put green with my blue over here, and green goes across from blue. So now I just need to move my green one more space. So we're gonna go ahead and put green across from blue. So now green is across from blue. Now all I have is my orange and my yellow. So now I'm going to, yellow is going to go across from white, so I want to push these yellows down and push these to the side. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to bring it down, push it to the side, bring it up. That's going to give me 3 orange on this side with yellow and 3 yellow on this side with orange. Now you just do that last thing. You want to line up your orange with 2 of these that are up, and that's going to leave this one by itself. And so you'll turn it to catch that orange, and then whenever you turn it back up, that'll be exactly where you need it. So now I've got all the corners, or all the centers solved. Then what you're going to do is you want to grab 2 colors, which I've got orange and green right here where my finger is, and then I've got orange and green up here. But I don't want them across from each other like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this, turn it down, turn it back up, and turn it twice. Now I should have my green with my orange on top and orange with my green on bottom. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to match these. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to match them to where they line up. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to turn the cube, get something that doesn't match, turn it back, and then line everything back up. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I'm on my last 2, so let me go ahead and get there, so that way we can start with the other stuff, learning how to do the other stuff. It's fairly simple. Like I said, I'm ready to get into 5x5, 6x6, all that good stuff. It's going to be difficult. I actually got super pissed off trying to learn how to solve the 4x4. My cousin ended up buying these, and he ended up solving it before I could, and that's whenever I start practicing with it more. I actually got him a little upset with me because I kept jacking it while he was asleep and stuff like that, and I'd take it from him and keep on learning it. So now I actually know the algorithms myself. It took me an hour actually to learn the algorithms, and the only reason it took me an hour, probably would have taken me longer, because I knew the 3x3 algorithms, and so that made it so much easier to learn this cube. And actually that messed up, so I'm gonna break this apart, turn this, and put it back together, because I wanted to get that to where I could show you how to do that, and it didn't want to work. So maybe now, oh dang it, okay, well, I'm having problems teaching this. It's not wanting to work for me actually, so we'll see how this works. Alright, so actually these red and white. Okay. So if I push this here, it's gonna match. So I want to put that back, and I want to flip it. Come in. And then what I'm gonna do,
What?
I'm doing a video. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, actually I messed up my red and orange, and so now we'll try and fix that real quick. I'll show you how to fix that. It's that one's pretty simple to fix. So you just need to remember red with blue in front, white is always right, so blue's gonna go here, red's gonna go here. So we gotta find my blue, and actually red is behind blue over here, so we're gonna go ahead and put that there. That's gonna line up my orange now with red on top, blue in front, so blue's gonna have to come over here. Bam, 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 bam. I apologize about that. That was my fault. Not paying attention. So let's go ahead and see if I can get that new algorithm I need to show y'all. Because sometimes it'll fix itself, sometimes it won't. So I'm gonna see if I know how to cut the video. I'm gonna cut it so y'all won't see any of this. So okay, there it is. Okay, got confused for a second. Don't want to do that. So actually, I think that's it. Okay, so I did get it right here. So I've got 2 sets left that need to be solved, and I know they don't look like it because orange and orange. But what it is I've got blue and white on this side with the orange on top with blue and white. You want to line these up to where blue and white both line up with the blue and white over here. So white is going to be here and here, so they're going to be across from each other, where my thumb is and my finger. And then blue and orange, or blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it to where those two are on these sides. So now I'm holding the cube. This is going to be facing me with them on the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn lowercase d, so it's just going to be this one. I'm going to go right, front inverse, up, right inverse, front, down, little d, down, inverse. And so that's going to put orange and white and orange and blue where they need to be. So now you just start solving it kind of like a Rubik's Cube, the 3x3 I mean, and just do the layer by layer if you know the layer by layer. I haven't done any other algorithm, so I don't know what else works. And just in case you don't know the 3x3 and you're just starting off on this, all you gotta do is start a cross. Once you have the white cross, or whatever color you're working on, you'll start matching these colors, and you'll just go like this one. The white is actually on the side, which is what I like, because I can just turn it. I can bring this down, turn that white, bring it back up, and now that white's in its spot with blue and red. So now I'll just keep doing that for my corners, move it around, get pieces where they need to be. And if you get one where it's on the bottom, and again, if this is the first time you're solving this, you're going to go right inverse, down inverse, right, down. And you're just going to keep doing that same corner twist, and it'll get it in there. I just got my green and red in there. So, moving on, if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it. But what you're going to do is, I'm actually going to be doing red and blue, so, which needs to go in here, in this spot right here. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to turn it away from blue. I'm going to turn my blue up, turn that towards blue, turn that down, turn it towards again, flip this up, turn this in, and turn it. And that's going to put those two where I need it to go. And this is the layer by layer method. So you're just going to keep, so you're going to go, I'm going to be holding it for my direction, telling y'all. So you're going to go up inverse. If it needs to go to the left, this is what you're going to do. If it's to the right, just flip the notation to where instead of up inverse, it'll be up. So I'm going to need to go up inverse, left, up, left, up, or left inverse, my bad, then up. And then I'm going to go front, up inverse, front inverse. So that'll put my piece where I need it. So now I'm going to be working on orange and green. So again, I need to do that again. So up inverse, left, up, left inverse, up, front, up inverse, front inverse. So, and if you notice, I've got orange and blue is stuck in this corner. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the right. I need to pull that out, so I'm going to use the right, up, hold on. So, away, up, towards, down, towards, face, down. So, now, this one I'm going to need to put it to the right. So, it's going to be going, your line up orange, blue needs to go to the right. So, I'm going to go away, so up, right, up inverse, right inverse, up inverse, right, oh, no, face, inverse, up, and face. So now, I'm going to have my third layer solved. And that's just going to leave me with this. Now, you're going to want to start with the cross, which is, this is the shortest algorithm, the easiest one you're going to learn. And all this one consists of doing is, you've got a little V here, or, there. You got a little V here, and what you're going to need to do with this is you want to point the V to where this piece will be facing away from you, and this will be to your left. And you're going to go front, up, right, up inverse, right inverse, front inverse. And that's going to set me up with my little fish. I always call it a fish because it's like a little fish right there. You know, the yellows. Here's the tail, and then here's the tail, and then the head. So with this one, you want the full corner to be on your left side. So it's going to be held like this, because you want this one here. And the way to see if you're going to do this right is if the yellow is facing you, then you'll be able to do this in one move, and it'll give you all yellow facing up. So what you're going to do is you're going to go right, up, right inverse, up, right, up, right inverse. And that's going to give you the full, and all you'll do is, any other case, you're going to want to keep doing the right, up, right, inverse, up, right, up, right. Right. So, now with this, I've got my two in the back that match. This is going to be my back. So, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to hold those to my back, and I'm going to want to go right inverse, front, right inverse, back, right, front, inverse, right, inverse, back, right. And now that's going to set up all these colors to be in the correct positioning. All my blues are, and then you're going to have two reds with an orange, or you're going to have a different color scheme. You might get this one by chance. But you'll have two colors on the corners that are in the correct spot, and then your centers are wrong. And you're going to have that on 2 or 3 of these spaces. If it's 2, you're going to have to do an algorithm, one of the new algorithms for it. Other words, you want to hold the full color in the back, so away from you, and you're going to want the middle one, so you're going to have one on your left, one on your right, and one in the front. And the front one, you're going to go front, and you're going to want to take the color that matches, and you're going to want to turn that. So your up will move however your color matches. So, and then you're going to go down, up, or front, up, towards, and there you go. So, I'm going to go ahead and, let me see, it's going to be right, up, up, right, up, right. Let me see. So, up, right, up, Okay, so I set it up to where I actually have the PLL parity, and this is the one you're going to need a new algorithm. So as you can see, orange is in the wrong spot, and so is my red. And you can have where they're next to each other here, but if you do the front and put it, it'll be across from each other. You're going to switch colors, but it'll be across from each other, which is a simpler, quicker method to do, other than like if you learn the corner swap. Cool. It's quicker for me to just set it up to where they're across from each other. So all you're going to do is you're going to go little r twice, up twice. So you're going to go up, and then little r twice. And both of the ups here, you're going to want to go both ups, and you're going to want to go right the little r twice again. And that's going to leave your last little line, and you're just going to want to move that lowercase d twice. And there you have it. That's going to be your OLL parity. I actually don't have my sheet with me, so I'm kind of in a bind for being able to show you the OLL parity. You can go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link to the link to the website to see how to solve the 4x4. And if you read it in the beginning, it'll show you how to do the moves, lowercase d, you know, and lowercase r or big R is going to be both of them together, stuff like that. But after you learn it, it's pretty simple. You'll be able to just go ahead and do it. So if you do have the OLL, I'm just going to go ahead and do it with my cube. So all an OLL is going to be is one color is going to be flipped. So let's say my red is flipped to where my red and white, my white's showing on red, and my red is showing on white. So all I'm going to do with that, and that's for only one, if you've only got one. You don't want to do it if you've got a PLL, because then you're going to have to redo all of it. So you're going to go both sides right, and then just your back side. You just want to move the back side twice. Then you're going to move your up twice. Then you're going to go left inverse with both of them. Up, right inverse with both of them. Up. And then you're going to go right, up, front, right. And then you're going to want to go front, left, back, right. So that actually gave me the parity. So I'm actually going to go ahead and show y'all how to solve that. I'm going to set it up to where it's just what I need y'all to see. So that's going to be the cross. That's going to be right there, and there we go. Okay, so now you can actually solve this by just acting like that piece is correct. So, and when you do that, so it'll solve like the cube. It'll just be left with this. So that's what I'm talking about. This is going to be your little mess up, your OLL. And it's not really a mess up. It's something that happens. It's 50% chance of getting it. You'll either get it or you won't get a parity. So you've got a 50% chance to get OLL, 50% chance to get PLL. And I rarely get them, but it's good to know them. So again, you're going to hold this one towards you. And you're going to go right, back, up. And then you're going to go left inverse, up, right inverse, up, face, no. Then you're going to go right. Then you're going to go face, no. Up, then face. I'm screwing y'all up, sorry. Then you're going to go right, face. Then you're going to move this the left side away, back, back, right side away. And now you'll have your OLL solved. You'll just have to resolve your top. So now you'll just finish off strong. And my orange matches, so and then blue matches. Alright, so I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I appreciate that you watched this, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Never mind, no peace.